Hello, this is Alex at the stadium. Today is Sunday, May 24th, 2020. And on Sundays, I get to talk about basically whatever I want to talk about. So I have here Kingdomino Duel. It's a game that came out last year from Blue Orange Games. And it's a two-player roll and write. Oh, look at all the languages of instructions. Okay, there we go. And just, oh, come on. All right, there we go. Good. Sharp enough. So I just kind of wanted to actually go over how the game works a little bit. Okay, those are... Okay, there we go. This is what I wanted. So the game is pretty simple. There are 4 dice. On the dice are different crests or shields. And the idea is that you need to fill in these shields on your sheet. Each player gets a sheet. And you create dominoes with the dice, and then scoring works largely similarly to Kingdomino, if you've ever played that, where you create matching symbols, or in the case of regular Kingdomino, territories. And then there are, in regular Kingdomino it's crowns, but in Duel it is these little X's. X's within a territory, you multiply by the type of territory, or the amount of the type of territory, excuse me, and you score that way. The major difference, apart from constructing your own dominoes by rolling dice, is there's bonuses. Whenever someone places a... Let me just make sure I didn't screw it up. Yeah, each time you add a coat of arms without a cross to your kingdom, there we go. That's what it is. Whenever you, let's say for example, my domino is this. Notice there's no crosses on these. So if I put this somewhere on my sheet, I would check off a 1-stripe box and a 2-stripe box. And the first person to fill in all of their boxes gets the associated power-up, and then the other one is crossed off. And the power-ups do different things, such as allowing you to split your domino in half to be able to place them individually wherever you want, or you can change the face of one to anything, or this one lets you score bonus points at the end for, I believe it's the one you have the least of. There's a bunch of different things. But those power-ups can only be used once. Most of them are saved so you can use them when you want. Some of them are used right away. And then obviously the scoring one is used at the end. So how do you build these dominoes? You roll the dice, and then whoever's turn it was to roll the dice, they get to pick one domino. So maybe I want this full filled-in crest with the double X's. Then the other player gets to pick 2 dominoes, and then the starting player gets the remaining die to fill in their domino. And then you just fill in by drawing in the crest wherever you want. Now, I say wherever you want. It's not actually accurate. It has to be adjacent to either your castle or to your or to a space you already have filled in. So like I wouldn't be able to just start in this corner. It has to start somewhere adjacent to the castle, but you can orient it however you want. And then the other thing you get to do is, you may notice if you're looking very carefully, that on the top of the castle there is a white sort of top. And so what you get to do with that is once per game, you can Where did it go? There we are, special castle bonus. Once per game, you can add 1 cross to one of the 2 dice you've chosen for your turn, even if you rolled a question mark. The question mark is you get to pick any of the crests, but it normally can't include a cross. So once per game, you can choose to add a cross to one of your dice. And once you do that, you color in the roof of your castle to mark that you've done it. So the game is pretty quick, especially once you know what the power-ups do and you're not having to constantly be looking back and forth on what does this symbol mean, stuff like that. Probably plays in about, 15 minutes. I really do enjoy it as a 2-player roll and write that's simple, but it has some depth and some planning without needing to be too mathy, if that makes sense. Don't get me wrong, I love mathy roll and writes. Is evidenced by my favorite roll and write, Ganz schön clever, which is German for that's pretty clever. Lots of math in that one. So as for my actual, that's Kingdomino Duel. As for my actual question for today, what is your favorite roll and write game? Even if it's just Yahtzee or something, I want to know what it is. There's a lot of roll and writes the last year or so. It was basically the maybe year and a half. It was basically the year of roll and writes. And you can get a little creative with it. It doesn't necessarily have to be literally rolling and writing. Like, for example, Welcome To is sort of a roll and write, but it uses cards instead of dice. But yeah, there's been a lot of roll and writes releasing, and it's a pretty easy to grasp concept, so I think it makes sense, and a lot of times it's pretty easy to produce. And you can really fit in a lot of themes on a roll and write. And I do like the dice domino building and drafting, and I especially like the availability of these power-ups, which I think gives a little more thought than is normally in Kingdomino. So yeah, what is your favorite roll and write, and what do you like most about it that separates it from the rest? I guess that is the actual question I have. So thank you for watching today. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow.